All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. I am, of course, M. Nori, and today is Talk Tuesday. I hope you all are doing absolutely fantastic today. I know I am. It has been, it's the start of a brand new year. It is. It is the start of a brand new year, and to kick the year off right, our very first stream is a Talk Tuesday. How fantastic is that? And not only is it a Talk Tuesday, but it is a Talk Tuesday starring a very, very special guest, dear friend of mine, and probably one of the guys that I owe a lot of thanks to in giving me the right push, the right instructions, the right helpful guidance at the very start. I am, of course, speaking of the one, the only, the notoriously famous, magically provocative, and just undeniably fantastic, the one and only Zotacus. So, if you guys are ready, if you are excited, if you are jam-packed ready for all the fantastic questions and everything else, I hope you are, because I know I'm excited to plumb the depths of his magical know-hows. Yo, Runway, welcome in, welcome in. We are here to get started on what will be a fantastic evening with a fantastic friend. So, if you guys are ready, I will unmute the Discord. We'll bring Zoda in, and we'll get this party started. Mr. Zotacus, Zoot.
Hello. Hello, that's me.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, I see.
It's going to get noisy here really quick. Run Rig hit the first, so we're going to get a party right after Shale's shout out. There it is. He he hit the first. That's right. He is the index for today. He hit the button. You know, I like this this first redeem, a little party music. This is so much fun. Yo, welcome in. You've seen Wags' new emotes? Fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Yes, today's index, the number one, the first. We got the noise coming. We're just going to stay here for a few minutes. I'm sorry, Zoda.
No, don't be sorry. I've always thought my intro could use a couple of volume notches up.
You want it louder?
Well, of course I want it louder. Of course I do.
I can definitely make it louder if you want it louder.
Oh, Lord.
This is your infamous shoot the bird in flight clip.
Oh, God.
I think we're coming to the end of these. Just for a few moments anyways. Here we go. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. Let's cut over to our live screen. By the way, thank you for being our very first for the year of 2024. We're starting the year out right. We're starting it out with the best possible foot we could possibly put forward, and we are having a glorious Talk Tuesday with my dear, dear friend. You know him, you love him. That's right. The magical wizard, Mr. Zotacus. Mr. Zotacus. Let's... It is. It is the first of the year. We're excited to have you here. So we'll do the standard. We'll get the standard stuff out of the way, right? You know, like, where did you come up with your name? You can't hear him. Oh, hang on. I am being informed that they can't hear you for some reason. Why can't they hear the Zota? Because that would be why. Say hi for me, Zota.
I tried to click the first button, but I couldn't be first. But I mean, I'll take second. It's fine. Second works, right? Second.
No, I had the wrong Discord source turned off. Here we go.
I see you got a little game running in the foreground here. Is that something that you've been doing that since the start of these Talk Tuesdays, haven't you?
I have. This just gives something for people to watch while we go through the conversations. I find it, because I don't really have much in the way of any other sort of screens to do during one of these Talk Tuesdays, right? So what do you put on to give somebody something visually to walk to? I mean, we don't run cameras a lot of times. So,
well, if you're going to be playing a game,
absolutely, I encourage all of our guests to go ahead and play a game while we're doing this.
A simple, small game in the background, right? Something
nice, something light, something you don't have to really focus on.
Yeah, something I don't have to focus on. Right, exactly.
Yes. I am trying to figure out a way to I've been trying to figure out a good game that I can actually run and play with the guests. That's on my list. That's part of like the big project plan for 2024 is actually to find a guest playable game.
Table tennis.
Table tennis.
Yeah, you're versus each other. That would get old really fast.
Yeah, I wanted to also make certain that we weren't doing something that was really competitive. Again, the focus. I want the focus more around the conversation and not so much around what's being played on the screen. Like, this is just eye candy.
Well, it's working for me.
So, anyways. Ooh. Hi, Blondie. Welcome in. Right. If this clip teaches us anything, we don't let Blondie drive the boat.
Oh, okay. I just downloaded that game too.
Did you now? We'll have to.
Yeah.
Oi, squirrel. Okay. And Haley Paley in for a resub. Wow. We're just going to get a lot of noise here for the first couple minutes, it looks like. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all right. I promise. I won't cry. All right. So yes, Zoda. The usually the first question we start all of these out with is where does the name come from? How
I'm not
did the
dodging the question.
magical? No, you're not dodging the question. Actually, chat's been so helpful coming in. No, it's fine. Where does the name come from? How
Yeah, actually,
how did you come across that name?
yeah. I made it up. I made it up. I took about 70 different names. I pinned it to a wall and I threw a dart. No, that's not. I wish it was actually true. That would be such a good. That would be such a good answer.
That would be a great answer, and somehow that would be an answer I would believe too. That's the sad part about it. So it's like I just throw a dart on the
Okay,
wall, and that's what.
It was absolutely crazy. It wasn't even 70. It was like 5. It was like 5 names. No.
I'm sorry.
No.
You're gonna have to give me a second.
We got after rethrow bags. That was a bad throw.
I can just see Zoda just like, there's the alphabet on the wall, and behind the back, name starts with a no. I'm not doing a name start with a new throw. Name starts with a Z. Perfect. Next letter, and just yeet a bunch of. Yeah, I can just see that. Just throwing darts at the wall. That I don't know why. That just that had me tickled there, Zoda.
No.
So
where does it come from? Easy enough, actually. I created it myself. Z actually represents a little bit of me. It's my last name starts with a Z, so I always have that Z in there, and it'll never leave. And my Zotacus was not my first screen name. Is that what we call these days? Handler? Do we call it handler?
handle works.
I don't know what we call these things these days. My name. It wasn't Zodicus wasn't always my name. In fact, I changed it, and when I changed it, I had to come up with something that didn't include numbers in the back end. Not no offense to anyone who has numbers in the back end. I just didn't want numbers in the back end of mine, so I changed it. And it's Zodicus was it took me a couple of weeks to figure this one out, but it worked. It worked out great.
You're being accused of being a boomer.
That's fair. I was actually struck because I was trying to get inspired by Aristotle. I was trying to get inspired by Aristotle a little bit, and also with Plato. I was trying to get inspired by Plato. I would say Socrates, but everyone knows Socrates isn't real. It's all Plato's made up friend. So
Right.
it don't fight me on that. No. But a couple of their disciples, or at least studies under those two, have like this cuss and the back end. So that's I was like, oh, I need to have that, and it came up good.
Yeah, it came up fantastic. It's a. Hi, Paul. uh, that's okay. So the Zoda is that's actually fascinating. So you took you kind of went old Roman Greek old Grecian
Mm-hmm.
with the name. See, I would have never have put that together with the name the way it stands out.
And then I spent the extra week scouring the internet to see if anything was remotely close to Zoda or Zotac, and it turns out yes, there is a company out there that does make computer parts, and their name is Zotac. And I then found out that they have a U.S. sector and other sectors. So uh, um, Zotac U.S. I may need to change it. I have to change it now. Thanks, Ron Greg. I got to change it again. Oh Lord.
uh, it's fine. It's fine.
No, Shell, Zota and Kara are not Greek, but Zotacus is definitely Greek inspired. Gladiator
Right.
name. That's exactly right. But it's a
Right.
wizard's name, not gladiator's name. It's a wizard's name.
It is a wizard's name. It is. It is very much so a wizard's name. Okay. Now I know you have been around in streaming for a little while, right? Like this is definitely not your first rodeo. Definitely won't be your last. But I know you've been around for a little while. I also happen to know that when I first met you, I first met you playing Minecraft, and you were doing, what was that, Valhelsia 3. In fact, you were playing on a server, and I only found out you streamed because you did like 2, I think, attempts at a stream while you were playing on that Valhelsia. I remember going back and looking through your videos, and like, oh, he did stream something from the server. Cool. And watching it, and then like immediately following you, and then just like sitting around on bated breath, just waiting for you to go live again so I could catch some actual live content from you. You never did. Not until much later on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I actually, so I started streaming back in 2019. I started streaming back in 2019, and it was under a different name. It was under a different name, and it took me a long while to get back into streaming. Uh, it was a little after I met you to actually get back into a normal schedule. Which we met. I was looking at that's why I typed the message in there. October 2021.
Yeah, that would have been because I started actually streaming, I think, right after the pandemic. Yeah, that's when I had picked up and started actually streaming, was on the other side of the pandemic.
Oh yeah, I started streaming. I started streaming back in 2019, and I got my affiliate with Twitch at the same time. It was rather quick because I had a good model for myself that worked out pretty well. I got my fame playing Terraria.
The Wizard of Terraria. That has a name to it. I'm sorry. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. So, all right. So you got your start in Terraria. I guess that was like the first main game that you played. Did you venture out beyond Terraria, or was that was it? It was Terraria or bust?
For streaming, it was Terraria or bust. I figured the best thing would be is to have a platform myself, and I wanted Terraria to be that. When I started, and it worked out great. I had solo runs. I had a lot of hours in it, and I also even started up a community run where you click the follow button, you come on into the community world and hop into my Terraria world, which worked out pretty well.
Well, that's good. I always like to see those community runs uh, take on a life of their own and do things. Like I think having a good community server and a good community that's running on that server helps keep people invested and keep people coming back. There was a point I was trying to make and I completely just lost it. Uh, well, if you guys have questions, there is a redeem in the channel. You can hit the button, and it will give some questions to our guest. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep pestering him. I
You're
would not
absolutely.
say Terraria is. I wouldn't say Terraria is 2D Minecraft.
Oh, Terraria is totally a 2D Minecraft. Yes.
Really?
Oh, all the way. It's absolutely, Paul. You hit it on the head there. With a flair. With a flair. Like a 2D modded Minecraft.
I'm gonna take your word on that. I have not played Terraria. I've got it on my list to go adventure into and see, but I have not had the opportunity.
Lots of similarities and enough to make it different. Or I appreciate all the questions, but man, you got to pay for them. I'm not giving you these answers for free. My goodness.
Shale asks, what was the strategy that you used to bring yourself to affiliate so quickly?
It was actually. It was a great question, Shale. It was actually just that I went ahead and I
Oh,
made
hang on a
sure
sec.
that.
Hang on.
Oh, is that a Rutherford?
That's a Rutherford. He's fixing to eat a bean.
Oh, I need to hear this. Oh no.
Or buttered popcorn.
Which one was it? Rutherford, which one was it?
It was rotten egg. I remember that clip.
Oh Lord.
Look on his face when he ate that one too. Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
Going back to Shell's question,
So yes.
what strategy did I use to get to affiliate really quick? So I opened myself up to community gaming, and I had it in a stream title every time I played. I said, it's a community game. Click the follow and jump on into the world. It wasn't until much later that I realized having a server with server controls and backups came in handy when doing those things. But besides that, I spent a lot of time just reaching out to people with like-mindedness and expanding the community. I jumped into streams prior to me streaming. I spent 2 hours after each stream I had to talk to the next person, and I kept inviting people in to play in my Terraria world. Which, luckily enough, Terraria actually has a pretty good community, a pretty good following.
Does it now? Interesting.
Well, it did back in 2019, in 2020 during when COVID, the pandemic hit for everybody.
Right. It's fantastic. Okay. So Paul asks, what brings you joy? What makes the Zota happy?
Oh, 72 degrees, slight breeze, and a little bit of shade.
So just temperature. Get the room in the right shape.
Well, the full environment, Nori, not just temperature. You gotta have the slight breeze. If you don't have the slight breeze, it won't feel less than 70. It needs to be 72, slight breeze, and a little bit of shade. Frosty beer would help. It would help, but that would make me more than just happy.
Rodrigo, he means 72 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, and freedom. Sorry, not freedom. 72 Fahrenheit, which is what in Celsius? 20, 25,
Oh,
right?
you're asking. Don't ask me. I would definitely be the wrong person to ask that.
22.22 repeating, of course.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I couldn't answer a question like that. I would have to consult my computer program, and I would have to write a program to solve that answer for me, because it's
The perfect temperature, right? We can all agree on that. With
perfect.
30 to 60% humidity with a nice breeze.
Now, Run Reg, yeah. People too far north. You can't take the good temperatures.
Okay, but I apologize. But that doesn't really answer Paul's question to the fullest. What brings you joy? I do like getting tail wags from my dogs. That brings me joy.
Yeah, that's a good thing to get joy from.
Oh yeah, I've got two dogs, Orion and Luca.
Yeah, so Kara does us justice, and we get regular pictures of the two dogs in the pet channel. Get filled in on all the pets.
Oh yeah, Kara, that too. That of course also brings me joy. My wife of 11 years does bring me joy too. Yes, that's on the list too. Oof. Oof.
Wax from a dog. Chat's losing their mind right now. We have to ask Saphira. Well, what about a man in a beard? Does that count? Or father would like to know: can you dunk, Mr. Magic Man?
I can dunk nuggets into a saucepan, no problem. I can dunk a donut into a glass of milk. I can do that for sure, or cookie. If you prefer cookies.
Cookies are good.
I am over the 6-foot variety, so I like to think I can, but I probably don't have enough vertical height to jump to get there.
Saphira, that is what we are here for. We are here to learn all of the Zota facts that we possibly can cram into one session. Okay, within reason. We're not going to get his social security number.
An athlete. Okay, that's so I wouldn't put it on the table. Oh boy, am I an athlete! I compete to win.
Okay, so speaking of competing to win, I know for a fact that Zotus plays an ungodly amount of stick fight. Like, I am terrified to even attempt to get in the ring with this man for stick fight. I would ask if you enjoy the game, but I think that answer is pretty much already a given how much time you spend in that game.
I may have 700 hours in that game. That's not. Oh boy.
Yeah, or father, I don't think we're going to talk about firearms. Sorry. But or father does ask.
What was the question?
What is your favorite firearm?
Actually, if you don't mind, I would like to answer that one, and I promise it won't stir up any troubles here. And it's. Oh,
No, that's fine. If you want to answer that question, you're welcome to answer the
I
question.
really do. Rossi Ranchant, or Father, and the reason why is because that is off of Zombieland. I can't remember the actor's name. Hold on. Woody Harrelson. Oh God, I can't believe I forgot Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's gun in that movie, from Zombieland. In the middle, his gun gets taken away from Emma Stone, and he goes, please don't shoot my own gun," and it's the most hilarious thing ever. But that little thing just looks awesome.
There you go. um, let's see. Next question is also from Orfather. He's got a whole barrage of these for you. Do you have a wizard hat yet? And if so, what color is it?
I do not have a wizard hat. Although I do have a couple of hats, even some with big feathers in them, for sure. Well, here's the problem, Runrig. Let me put it to you this. I want you to go ahead and do a Google search for wizard's hat. What you're going to find is they're all actually witches' hat. See, it's a bit one-sided. It's a bit one-sided. There needs to be one for wizards.
So are you saying that wizards with wizards hats on are slightly cross-dressing?
No comment.
That's good. That's good. Let's see. Paul asks, "Is there a frosty beer?" I'm not certain what that is supposed to be in reference to, but
I think Paul, we actually answered that question. Next question.
okay. Okay. Rutherford says, "How do you take your coffee?"
Black, straight, piping lukewarm.
Yeah, I think in as many times as we've discussed coffee, you're kind of the opinion that don't put anything in your coffee that dilutes the enjoyment that you have for it. I believe those were the exact words that you said to me one time. You're like, "Don't put anything in my coffee. You're just diluting my enjoyment of it." Okay. The subject of coffee comes up quite regularly around here because we are all very, very much so coffee snobs. Would you say we're coffee snobs? Hey, Joker.
Snobs is a really weird. Enthusiasts. Coffee enthusiasts. Snobs. This guy. Is that Allie's birthday stream?
No. I don't think that was from her birth. So, see, Allie has it is okay. Apparently, it was from her birthday stream. I know Allie has a redeem on her channel for putting on a hat, and she's got all these different kind of hats. And I think I redeemed that one in particular, and I was dying when she brought out this giant octopus hat and stuck it on her head.
Huge squid. It's hilarious.
I kind of lost it at that point. It was hysterical. It really was. It was a good time. It was a good time. Let's see. Safira asks, "What is the last 4 digits of your social?" 9111. I think is the right answer for that. Right.
I actually, I already answered that question. I sent her a private message. So I won't say it out loud. I won't say it out loud. But Saphira, appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Let's see. Paul asked, if you play D&D, which race/class would you like to play next?
I do play D&D. My last and bonus answer here. My last person I played was a gnome barbarian, and they had the penalty with the large weapon. It was absolutely hilarious. No barbarian swinging around a two-handed great axe. It was great,
Oh,
man. No, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. And jeez.
I
the weapon
enjoy
would topple him over.
it happened all the time. I enjoy dissonance in characters because it makes for a more fun play through. Next character, oh boy, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, next character.
You know what? I haven't played a monk, so it would probably need to be a monk. As for race, there's that. What's the cat race that they introduced in 5th edition?
Oh, you had to ask me that one. If you hadn't asked me, I could have answered it.
Because I haven't played one of them either yet. That would be, I said 5th edition. Is that 5th edition? Tabaxi. I'll be a monk Tabaxi for sure. That I'm locking it in.
Totally sold on it. All right. Paul also asked if you, well, we already know you play D&D. What class do you most identify with?
Sorcerer. I would love to say wizard, but wizard does a lot of studying, and I have yet to finish my studies. But I'm just, and I've got the innate ability. Obviously.
Duh. No. He not a fake wizard. Zoda's the most wizardy wizard that I know. Other than the Wizard of Oz, I don't know. Did you train under the Wizard of Oz? Did you teach the Wizard of Oz the things that he knows?
Different school, man. I don't know. That one was illusionary based.
Let's see. Rutherford asked, what color wizard hat would you prefer? And if a crocheted hat was acceptable.
Crocheted hat would be acceptable, yes. And what color? Purple. Purple is my color. It's actually look, since you talked about color, let's just keep this out there for everyone. Purple is my wedding colors for Car and myself, IRL and virtual.
Nice.
We got married on Final Fantasy 14. It's a big deal.
Is it? Nice. That is fantastic. Let's see. What's the next on there? Mr. Waggleton asked, what's a movie that you could watch every day?
Lion King.
Lion King?
Yep, I can watch it every day.
That's an interesting choice.
Because I can't wait to be a king.
I feel like I should have known and saw the setup for that joke coming, and I just didn't.
No, I probably don't. I don't know, man. I say Lion King, but I probably watched that movie 100 times as a kid. I think today, the if I had to choose a movie that I would put on and fall asleep to, and I would be able to fall asleep to it every single day, which means it's a good movie for me to watch every day. Kung Fu Panda. I can fall to Jack Black talking about nonsense in the background any day.
Okay. It's I don't know that I particularly have a movie that I could fall asleep to. Mostly just because my head hits the pillow and I'm gone. I'm like dead to the world almost as soon as my head hits the pillow.
No, you've been stuck on this puzzle since we started here. Are you?
No, this is the second time through this one. We actually finished off another one that I had missed. This is the second puzzle.
You're not going to be able to complete it.
Huh?
You got to rewind. You're not going to be able to complete it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. And I'm just not. Yeah, I'm just kind of just driving him around in circles. I'm not even really paying attention to what's going on. Apparently, I've been stuck on this puzzle for multiple Talk Tuesdays. All right, let's see. So that's Waggleton or Father. Or Father ask, do you have any money making tips beyond just conjuring them up?
Oh boy, no. Or I've been stuck. I say stuck. I've had the privilege to work at the same job for the past 10 years. Same employer, not same job. Let me take a couple steps back there. I've had the same employer for the past 10 years.
Runrig, I was not on this puzzle during Paul's Talk Tuesday. In fact, we hit this particular one last Talk Tuesday we did, which is I think during Fox and Bull stream, which is where this one showed up at. Our Father also asked, most overrated Final Fantasy 14 build / weapon.
Oh, that's a good one. Warrior. Warrior is such an overrated. Warrior in this latest X pack, Warriors, they don't even need to have a party to do most of the content. They can solo stuff. It's broken.
Let's see. Runrig says, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? If no, will you? If yes, when can he have a fight with you?
No, I do not play Yu-Gi-Oh, and no, I do not have any interest in the future. Although Yu-Gi-Oh is magic. Yu-Gi-Oh is a bit of magic, so I appreciate it.
It is. It is. Let's see. Mr. Waggleton asks, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Spring out of bed. I spring out of bed and I run around the house like a madman, trying to get ready for work, even though I wake up really early. And then after having the panic of waking up, a pot of coffee goes on.
Well, as we know, he likes his coffee black. It's particular, since we're going to bring this back up again. And have a good night, Runrig. Thank you for dropping by. When it comes to your coffee, what type of coffee do you drink?
Sure. And what they're asking is, how do I prepare, or what brand? Maybe I can answer this.
No,
on a couple different levels.
I'm asking the question as far as the brand. Nobody's actually asked anything more beyond that. I'm curious
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, you know,
It's my Talk Tuesday, so I'm going to just ask you questions
oh, sure.
and
Well,
jump the queue
Nori, you
whenever I want
see,
to.
when I'm feeling a little fancy, you see, I get out the little French press and I grind my fresh beans. No, no. I get the percolator. No. God, no, Jesus. I one of my deceased colleagues left me with their Keurig. So I've been drinking Keurig pods, and the cheaper the better.
Really
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Yep. If I can get that nasty coffee taste right in my mouth as soon as possible, it's great. No, sorry. No. I'll do you know just a dark a nice dark Colombian or something. That coffee.
Coffee.
Let me clarify.
Okay. I'm just, I'm asking questions because I'm just as curious at this point. Let's see. Waggleton also asked, would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
I've actually talked about this a couple of times, and of course, I always had the fantasy thinking yes, but the reality probably not. I'd probably, I mean, in order to have a zombie apocalypse, there's two scenarios for people at that time, right? It's you yourself are a zombie within the apocalypse, right? I mean,
Mhm.
what's the likelihood? In order for it to be apocalyptic, you need to have what, like a 70% zombie outbreak? Heck,
Something
even
like
if
that.
it's 30% can still be contained to a point. I mean, we
To a
saw how
point.
COVID worked. I guess not. Well, let me ask you this: did you catch COVID? I mean, there you go.
To be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. By the time we got, I might have, I may not have. I don't know. um, let's see. Oh wow, this. So we did survive. Wags also asked, would you choose? Would you choose uncomfortable farting over uncomfortable hiccuping?
No, I would choose uncomfortable hiccuping because people would be more sympathetic for it. I'm a people person. I like hanging out with people, and if it, I don't think I would be able to hang out with people on the ladder.
Yeah, that's probably a fair point. Let's see what's after that. Rutherford says, any plans for a baby Zoda in the future, and why will he be? Wait, what? Hang on, I gotta get the rest of this question. This one went off the line. Why will he be named after me?
Wait, hold on. I gotta scroll up for this question. Where is that question?
I got it. It's right here. It says
Any plans,
Rutherford's.
and why will he be named after me? There
Yes.
is plans. There is plans, and uh, um, Baby Zoda, the Rutherford Baby Zoda, sounds so good. To be honest with you, I mean, why wouldn't I name it after the most sexiest man on the internet, right? Let's
Right.
just be fair. Rutherford, great question. Car and I did try in the past, and there was some imbalances there, and there was some unfortunate things that did occur. So we weren't able to at one point, but that hasn't discouraged us. Uh, um, do we want kids? Yes, both of us do. So we'll keep trying until Baby Zoda does join us.
Captain, I think this is the first time here for Talk Tuesdays. We welcome all questions. There is a redeem in the channel so that we can make certain that we don't miss your question. So if you want to ask a question, absolutely hit the redeem and put your question there, and we will get to it. We got a laundry list of these questions, actually. So Mr. Waggleton also asked, is a burger a sandwich?
That is a very argumentative and bad topic to bring up, but the answer is yes. Two buns and meat in the middle. That would be a sandwich for sure. Two separate pieces of bread, right? Two separate pieces of yeast items.
So, does a bread have to be yeast, though?
Does it have to be separate? Not yeast, no. Flour. Doesn't even have to be flour. It could be corn. I consider taco a sandwich. I'll go out on a limb and say it. A shawarma is a sandwich. I don't care what you say.
Shawarma. I have no idea what a shawarma is, so I will have to take your word on that one.
So good. Falafel?
Falafel. I know what a falafel is. Never had one, but I know what one is.
Yeah, falafel shawarma. You'd love it.
Let's see. Oh, holy cow. This one drifts a little. All right, so Paul's got a lengthy one here. He says, if you were in a remote location with no access to the outside world or other people, all your needs are taken care of and you're safe, right? But you could bring one movie, one book, and one album. Which would they be? It's the old Fantasy Island question. You don't have to worry about food or anything else, but you get one piece of entertainment.
One movie, one book, and one album. We'll start with the album. That would be it's hard, but oh gosh. We'll start with the book. King's Dark Tidings. I would read that over and over again. It's such a great book, and it's actually a full series. So maybe if allowed to bend the rules, take the whole series. I would definitely take King's Dark Tidings. The album, most likely, oh boy, Sergeant Pepper, Beatles. And
that's an interesting choice.
Oh, it would be a great choice because you can listen to that over and over again and not get sick by it. And then movie. I've already answered what movie I could watch every day. And it might be Lion King over Kung Fu Panda that time. I don't really want to start the show.
Yep. Okay, Wag says, what do you think your pet's voice would sound like if they could talk?
What I think my pet's voice would sound like if they can talk?
Yes.
I hope they would talk like Robert Downey Jr. playing Sherlock. I always had that mental image and imagery going in my head.
That's fantastic.
I know it's probably not the case. It's probably more goofy than what I sound like. I don't know.
Could be. All right. So, let's see. He also asked, how many animal sounds can you make?
Oh. Well, I guess I can bark. I can. So one, cat, two, bird, and guinea pig. 4, 5. I can do a monkey, I guess.
5. You can do a monkey.
Yeah,
Do we
guinea
want to
pig.
hear?
No, no, we're not, that wasn't part of the question. It was,
Wasn't part of the question. No proof of the noise. Just these are the noises you can make. I got it. Let's
I'm
see.
not going to get recorded doing animal noises. I'm sorry for anyone. Snub this out real quick. If anyone's looking to put in, can you please demonstrate animal noises? No, the answer would be no, and I'm going to let you know. No, I will not be demonstrating animal noises. Brett, you know what? Come check my channel and ask me. Then I may do one for you, specifically you, Wags, for you.
Let's see. I'm actually spending more time over here monitoring the questions than I am. No, that's all right. That's the way we like this.
They're pouring in.
Squirrel asks, any dark secrets in your gaming past? Specifically asking about an MC thing you mentioned the other day.
An MC thing the other day.
Minecraft. Yeah, you mentioned it the other day. Apparently, I don't
Dark
know.
Minecraft secret?
Oh, she's talking about when you were banned.
Oh, what? Me? I would never cast illegal spells in the world of Minecraft and get banned from it. Oh boy. Okay, sure. I've been around since Minecraft was a thing. Right? You too, right? No, yeah, you get it. Yeah. So Minecraft, and then as soon as Minecraft like really hit the streets on the World Wide Web, there was servers started, and one of these servers included an archive of information between like the world. And there was different sections of the world. And when I learned about this, I thought it was awesome, and I had to go check it out. So I actually ended up on that server at one point, and ever since then, my because that's a completely blacklisted server. It's not legal. It was not okay, and it's still not okay. It doesn't exist. Don't go look for it. Uh, but my account was banned and marked suspicious activity for me even stepping foot onto that server. So I can never log into any official Minecraft server again.
Wow. There you go.
Worth it.
It is the thing that happens.
It's not. The funny part is, you know, I mean, God, that was years ago. Years ago. What was that? 20 years ago now. And it still affects me today. That right there, I think is the weird part about it.
Things you do in your past still come back to haunt you in your future. It's gonna take all of that. Yeah, well, most game developers are, and I say game developers, most game companies are real serious about their bans when they hand them out. Because, and you got to look at it from the game company side to an extent, right? I'm not here to validate their decisions on things, but understand when a game company bans you from making an account and playing on their servers, it's literally the thing of biting the hand that feeds you, like legitimately, because they by banning you, they are taking money out of their own pockets.
Yeah, but I get why. The thing I don't understand is Minecraft in general. They have a no tolerance policy, so they're not even entertaining a
Yeah, no, they don't
I
entertain.
can't even say, well, hey, that was the people who are running the company are different people. They won't even open that book ever again. It's done
Yeah.
done and gone.
Yes.
Which is okay because I don't do public servers anymore, anyways. I didn't ever want to be on a public server.
I be honest with you, I took a trip onto a public Minecraft server. It was modded with a Doctor Who mod on it, and I dropped in there. And the server administrator started to talk with me, and I know they were on the server administrator side because it had the server tag next to their name, so they were just talking straight to me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, just go do whatever this, go do whatever that. And I'm like, okay. And then some other guy showed up. He's like, yeah, come help me do this. Next thing I know, the whatever it was that we were doing, somebody got really upset about, and they're like, well, the new guy was helping. I'm like, wait, whoa. Yeah, no, I'm out. And I left the server, and I'm like, nope, I don't care. I'm not going back there again.
Call.
I don't know if they banned me or not. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to avoid. It's all good. Let's see.
So yep, all those fans out there. I've got a back. I'm a bit of a back. That's right. I've got I've been banned. I've been banned in places.
So Zota does practice a little bit of the black magic.
Oh my goodness.
So Captain Cabinets asks, have you ever created a spell, Zota?
Oh, that is a great. I saw that question when it came in. No. In fact, I enjoy magic because there's so many spells already available. I have yet to create my own. In fact, my favorite thing about magic is learning about newer spells. So I hadn't even thought to create my own spell. To be honest with you, I hadn't even thought about creating my own spell.
Hey, nerd, welcome in. Captain Cabin's just stuck a very shiny butt in chat. I don't know why we have a very shiny butt in chat, but we have a very shiny butt in chat.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And Emmeline Chloe says that her favorite thing about magic is making herself fly.
Oh yeah, flight, and there's a lot of different types of flight out there. By the way, so something I like doing is I like reading books about fantasy and magic, and some of these authors out there get really detailed about how the arcane works, and that is something that I absolutely love. You go from one arcane style where you have to get sigils embroidered onto your skin by gods, and that's how you get your power, versus like someone learning how to read a page out of a book and then just little wisps of arcane circles around their fingers and then bam, it's a little bit of a light bulb that just goes off. I don't know. The idea of different types of magic out there and how they come about is probably what interests me the most.
Fair. Ms. Waggleton asks, would you sleep if you got forced to it?
I mean, I wouldn't everyone sleep if they were forced to sleep? I'm talking about with a little help of external sources, right? Like a sleep spell, quote unquote.
I mean, yeah. If you had sleep.
I'm guessing Brotherford's asking if someone came in, snapped their fingers, and said, "Go to bed, Soda," would I actually fall asleep? Typically, I do like I do like my sleep. Yeah, depending on the time.
So it would be a sleeping wizard, huh?
If I woke up in at 4 o'clock in the morning, no, good luck. I won't be able to fall asleep. No way. But if you're asking me at 8 p.m., 7 p.m., yeah, I'll probably be able to fall asleep. No problem.
Let's see. Dote asked, what is the best type of apple for apple pie and apple cider?
Two different questions there. Granny Smith is the best type for apple pie, apple cider. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm guessing
Let's
a
see.
sweeter apple, right? A sweeter apple, maybe like a Honey Crisp.
See, I don't see that would be a good. It's an interesting question, right? Because for me, I know I've had different kinds of apple ciders through the years, and I find tartar apples actually make sweeter cider. Just because the sugars break down faster in them.
People are going with Red Delicious and Golden Delicious, and they're even trying galas, which is really sweet. Galas are like way up there on the sweet
Oh
scale.
yeah, that's extremely sweet.
I wouldn't be able to do that, but you like more of the bitter ones. I remember talking about apples. For those who don't know, I love talking about apples. I've been told that I need to start a podcast for apples, but if I do it, I probably won't go under the guise of Zotacus. It might be a whole different thing if I start up my apples. Kind of like Kino and his cheese. I want to be known for apples, you know.
Yes, I understand the plight there. Let's see. Lightning Hound says or asks, "What is your favorite Subway sandwich?"
Lightning Hound, you beast of a person. I love Subway. I actually worked at Subway a long time ago. Used to be a key holder night and weekend manager. Favorite sub: BMT, Italian urban cheese, toasted pepper jack. We'll do uh, spinach, onions, green peppers, banana peppers, a little bit of chipotle, and a little bit of mayo.
Okay. Let's see.
And no,
One.
Italian meatball is really good. I do like Italian meatball, and if you're an Italian meatball fan, ask to add pepperoni to it because it would make it that much better.
Oh, I can imagine so. I can't do Italian meatball, unfortunately. The red sauce, me and tomato sauce in general don't get along very well anymore these days, which kind of sucks. Um, but you know, what are you going to do about it? No, you're not gross. We promise. Um, Mr. Waggleton asked, "Could you ask Nori a question?"
I could. Oh, see what I did there.
You answered the question. What do you?
Moving on. Could you ask Nori a question? Um. Oh boy. I will. I will, Wags, but it won't be at this time. Let me think about it. It will. It will happen during the stream, but I will get there. You might be asleep by then. So, future Wags watching this VOD.
There you go. Yeah, he'll get his answer on the other side of that coin. Let's see. Rutherford says, realistically, what would your dream job be?
Dream job?
Yes.
Like absolute dream job? Um, I mean, t- remote work that doesn't need any attention. I mean, if we're being serious there.
I feel like I feel like that's a lot of people's dream job. I'm just
Is that a comp? Is it a comp out? Am I not supposed to say that?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. What? Okay, my goal. What I'm working right now. I'm working on my master's with the prospect of going for my doctorates. I'm looking to get a doctorate in higher education administration, so probably a VP job of a university is what I'm actually realistically shooting for.
Nice. Let's see. All right. So we did that one. Rutherford says, what is your favorite comic book character? So he says, asks.
Very interestingly enough, Green Arrow.
Really?
Yeah. See, look at that. Really? Yes, really. Yes.
I did not picture you a Green Arrow fan.
No, the strategy and the different arrows and the arsenal he always carries, it always seems like he has an answer for everything, more so than Batman. I enjoy Green Arrow a lot.
So
And
okay, so
if you
you're
ever see me, I 9 times out of 10 I'll go for the bow versus the sword. If you ever see me in fighting games.
I find it interesting just because just by talking about Green Arrow, you admit to being a DC fanatic over Marvel. Because, Green Arrow has its matched in Marvel, and that would be Hawkeye.
Yes.
So
I've been ousted. Marvel has its moments, but Hawkeye is not my favorite.
sorry about that. It was getting some information. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it looks like so. We got a new person in there who's asking questions, and I don't think they have points just yet, as was pointing out. So I'm trying to make certain we catch some of their questions and drop those in here as well. So just give me just a second. It looks like actually Cabinets is picking up and asking for her. Fantastic. All right. Sorry about that, folks. So would you rather fly by telekinesis, sprout wings, move the universe around yourself, or travel on an object/animal?
Would you rather respecting the exercise fly by wings for sure? Sprout wings and fly. That would be respecting exercise. Now, if you ask me what would be my superpower, creating portals for a mode of transportation. A lot of people say instant teleportation, and they'd say that would be the most efficient way. But no. Summoning a freaking portal in the floor or ground and having whatever you're carrying plus multiple people go through to go to and from is such a awesome way of getting from to and from, right?
Yeah, portal travel is definitely a gold standard for that. Miss Emelina Chloe, by the way, I am horrible. We don't actually have this fantastic individual. Emmeline Chloe, by the way, is Captain Cabinet's fiance and an art streamer of their very own.
I was there for that last stream.
Yes, and we did not do the thing. Miss Chloe, would you say hi, please, in the chat real quick? I don't know if she even has clips, but we'll find out. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Haha. Clips.
Oh. It's one of the art clips.
Yes, it is one of the art clips. Oh, and she's got a A sparkly ball she's shaking up.
Snow globe.
Snow
9 and
globe, thank you.
3/4. That
I'm
would
like,
be Harry Potter because I'm a Magic fan.
huh? Wow. I didn't even pick up on that one. Good eye for detail. Good eye for detail. Let's see. Miss Emily Chloe also asks, what's the best female comic book character?
Rogue.
Rogue.
That's the first one that comes to my mind.
Really?
I mean, so, best, that's argumentative. That's what I think.
So you're going to go, wow. Interesting.
Well, I mean, what would your answer be?
Oh, there are a lot of really interesting female characters. So I think I didn't spend a whole lot of time in the DC universe. I grew up very much so in lands of Marvel. So for me, most of the characters that I grew up with were Marvel. Rogue would have been the one I felt the most pity for, just because of their superpowers and the lonely existence that it forced them into, as well as the fact that Rogue is one of the few superheroes that have actually killed via their power other superheroes. Granted, not intentionally, but it's still a thing that they have done. It's an interesting enough ability. But that being said, Jubilee is actually my personal favorite female. Not really talked about a whole lot. You don't see a whole lot, but their ability to do lights and lighting effect, especially later Jubilee, like initial Jubilee, not really such a great hipster with their abilities, but the later on when she learns how to control her light abilities much better. Some of the things that future Jubilee got away with doing was absolutely fantastic. And it just goes to show you what a little bit of imagination, what you can do with what you're given to start with.
So I appreciate you're going with Jubilation Lee there, but I have to pump your brakes and respect the exercise. They set the best Nori, and Rogue can sap the energy from any other and use it as their own. Come on.
So okay, so I will put it to you this way, right? We're gonna start flexing our nerd creds here. What kind of power is light ability? So in Star Trek, they use lights all the time for replicating all of their stuff. Most of Star Trek's technology is built off from light ability, including a lot of the food that they eat is synthesized and redone through photo optics and lights.
I mean,
energy.
You've seen
Jubilation
right?
Lee.
Starlight's and the boys. I'm just saying, it's something you can relate to, right? All right, sorry. Continue.
I'm just saying, initially, she just kind of blinds everybody. Granted, it sucks at the start. But later on, lights are used. She uses her lights to create lasers. She uses her lights to create illusions and items and objects. And hers is probably closer to magic and what magicians strive to attempt to do, at least in today's day and age, as compared to anything else. As far as what kind of ability is light ability, it's a very useful ability. It's just application.
Illusion at best. No, sorry.
But I mean, you know, I think she is probably one of those misrepresented heroes. I mean, if you want to talk about another one that's probably just as good, but a little bit of a one-dimensional power, there was what was her name? Not Kitty Pryde. I'm trying to remember what her superhero name was. She could walk through walls. She basically phased through most objects. And I for the life of me, I'm drawing a blank on what her superhero name was.
Kitty?
No, it was not Kitty. It was
because her name was Catherine Pryde, right?
Yeah,
Catherine
and
Pride.
Kitty was her nickname, but her mutant superhero name was not Kitty. It was like Shadow Fox or I I'm like I said, I'm drawing an absolute blank on the name right now.
Bright Shadow
Wait,
Cat.
Shadow Cat. There you go. That's her. Like it's Shadow something. Drawing a blank on it. Of course, then too, if you want talking about like pure power now, by the way, and it has been shown and demonstrated in the even in the Marvel Universe world, while Rogue can sap and drain all the abilities, Jean Grey by
Jean
far
Grey. Yeah.
stomps Rogue into the dirt
And
because
she's such more kind too. She has a better
oh
backstory than most. So
no because Jean Grey goes Dark Phoenix mode and good luck.
I said backstory, not future story. Jesus.
Sorry, but you know we're yeah, that like I said, I grew up Marvel. Those are the ones I know, and those are just a touch of them. There were a couple of villain females that were had some really interesting abilities in use cases, but anyways, we're veering. I say veering off topic. I don't even know if we were on topic to begin with. We just kind of just been meandering around, much like I've been doing with this freaking light cables here. But yeah, there you go. That to answer your question there, Zoda. I mean, I personally I like Jubilation just because for what she does with her abilities later on in life, not what they are at the start. Jumper was a good movie. I thought Jumper was a nice way of explaining Nightcrawler's ability. By far one of my
Nightcrawler is I like the ability, but again, if I had to choose a superpower, it'd definitely be portals versus teleportation. And there's definitely a distinction. There's definitely a distinction there.
Well, so so technically Nightcrawler didn't so much use portals as he forced open wormholes, which is how he would transfer from place to place. Right. When they explained it out, a wormhole is technically your portal. So Nightcrawler still.
I'm more talking about like up handling whatever surface you're standing on, or not in a surface, I guess in the air as well, and ripping open within the fabric of time and space an actual gate you can go through and physically walk through versus fading yourself in and out of that wormhole. Right? There's yeah.
It's just fine. we're all over the board right now on this because you can't get into superhero talk and not
Yes, there's a lot of details of superhero talk. Yes.
It's fine. So I think while we have a lull, we'll bring it back to a little bit some more of our more traditional questions that usually gets asked around here. Plans for the future.
Plans for the future. Great question. As far as personal plans, we'll start there because that's coming faster and faster. I am going to be hitting my master program for master's MBA. My MBA program will be kicking off this month. So that's more of the immediate plan. What this will do for my stream will be making sure I'm within my time frames. So I hope I've got two 2 to 3 repetitive streams that will always occur. Right now, I'm doing one of my most favorite things is the roguelike challenge I'm doing with Swifty Squirrel. Shout out to Swifty. And we're doing a roguelike challenge in Valheim, and I have an inkling that we may be on that challenge for a little while. So I look forward to continuing that challenge. Even if we get set back a couple more times, I won't be discouraged. And then I've got a couple of different playthroughs going with Boulder's Gate with some friends. Nori
Yeah.
is one of them. And so we'll be continuing that as well. Any other things that I haven't mentioned before in other streams or has mentioned openly in our chats? There may be a possible Terraria restart at some point. I've been hinting at that for a little while. Want to? I just gotta find the time for it.
Right. God, that's cabinets. You and your starting fights. Cabinets ask Zoda, Balrogs with wings or without wings?
I'm pondering on this one a little bit more than I need to. Listen. If I have to fight them, without. If they're under my control, with.
Well, there you go.
I at Captain Cabinets. I had the luxury of actually fighting a Balrog, and it was at an early stage, and we weren't meant to be successful, and we weren't. We obviously we weren't.
Obviously. And Miss Emmeline Chloe asks, if you had to be any woman for the rest of your life, which woman would it be? Or if you could only be a woman for a week, what would you if you were a woman for a week, what would you do? Wow. That's an interesting question.
It's a very interesting question, and I don't know the best way of answering this with keeping keeping the question in its essence, right? So I'm guessing I was thinking like a woman in power, so like the first lady, but then I was like, let's not do that. That's going a little more political. Oprah Winfrey would be nice. She got a lot of money. If I had to be any woman, right, for the rest of my life, it would be someone rich and powerful. Sounds fantastic. And I would go for any. It didn't have to be a woman. If I had to be another person, right, that'd be great. Or if I were a woman for a week, what would I do? That's a second part of the question. Let's say it wasn't someone rich and powerful.
Oh, we're getting a raid. Hang on one second. It is your favorite potato that's also a feline who's coming in with the raid. Welcome in, raiders. You did a thing. Yes, you did do a thing. Thank you for the lurk, Sierra. I hope that you're having a good evening.
Blue Potato Cat. See, this is the server I'm banned on, right? That server right there.
This is the server that...
Oh my gosh, Kat. So you came at the right time. I was just about to say, what would I do if I was a woman for a week?
gave him a few extra seconds to think about his answer.
Wait, come back, cat. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done. I really do be like that sometimes. I don't. You know what? I respectfully decline, and I will not answer this question.
That is entirely your choice. There is no mandatory to answer any question. You answered ones that you are okay with answering, and we will move on. Let's see. I think there was one other one. Captain Cabinets asks, do you think Sauron, wow, let me get that name right. Do you think Sauron was inherently evil or just corrupted by the power of Morgoth's dissonance song?
Corrupted, for sure. There's no way he can live that long and have that boiling under his skin for that long of time. It definitely corrupted.
And Miss Chloe says, if you had to be a fairy or a mermaid for a week, what would you be?
For a week, it would be a tough one because if I actually had a choice, I would be asking. It'd probably take me a week to really get out of whoever's making me with that conundrum to settle. But fairy over mermaid.
That one actually wouldn't be that hard for me because I think I would end up being a mermaid real quick, just because there's so much in the ocean.
It's unexplored. I know you're gonna say it. Oh, sorry. There's so much unexplored in the ocean. That's the only. I would much rather be a maid under the water. Who they all look alike, right? Captain, they all look alike.
Yes, I think I would rather spend my time under the sea than up in the air. Just because there's far too many interesting things, and as a merman, you wouldn't have to worry about pressure as much.
But depending on what type of fairy you're talking about, some fairies have magic powers. Some are linked to being a godparent, which can't use those powers unless wished upon by others, which is kind of like being in servitude at that point. But I'm just saying, if I had to be, I would much rather have the ability to cast spells and stuff than not. Because the only thing that makes merman and mermaid special is their ability to survive underwater.
Yes.
As far as we know.
You are absolutely right, but I don't know that as a fairy I would want to be a fairy to a child named Timmy, because I actually grew up with a younger brother named Timmy, and they're just pains. Oh. So I think I would definitely be going the route of the merman. Just because Timmy is not nearly as nice of a kid as you might think he is.
Or sending to be princesses to balls in a pumpkin, right? I don't know. Fairy godmother, right? You're right. Sorry. Okay. Fairy being, and you're right. There is only a couple of mer people that are good with the mystics, and one particularly has a big old trident that shoots lasers, which is kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. Sick of swimming rate. Yeah, I don't know, Captain. I think as a mode of transportation goes, you really only have to, just kind of float around. So I don't know that I would necessarily worry too much about swimming. Let's see. Yeah, I'm spending more time over here trying to keep up with the questions. Anything else? Let's see. If the Wizarding World were real, which house would you be in, and why Which house would you be in, and why, and what would you do as the wizard? Okay, so that's a three-parter.
Well, just because you think that it's not real doesn't mean that it's not real. You haven't been invited to it yet. No, 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 no. Come on. Great question. Ravenclaw, because I do like the knowledge of, and what would I be doing? Will be probably studying magic like nobody's business. I would be doing a bunch of research on why it works and what makes magic magic. So I would become real grumpy and grouchy and probably be stuffed in a library full of books. Magical books.
Magic, of course, magic. Obviously, magic.
Flies around.
Of course. Captain Cabinets adds an addendum to Miss Chloe's question. And why is Slytherin the best house always and forever?
But it's not. But it's not.
If it's not, then I would think that you wouldn't want to wipe that off. See what I did there? Yep.
Yes, I see what you did. Yeah, that's pretty good. You're Ravenclaw? See Ravenclaw. Yeah. You fly a hippogriff? Well, that would be part of it. That would be part of the beast class. You'd go through that. So you'd have to go through all that anyways through school. But after school, what would you do, right? And you saw, like, now we're getting into the wizarding details here. Some of them lived average lives. Some of them were so boring that they just ended up drinking in a tavern most of their life, right? Like, how boring. Like, you could be you could do other things. You train dragons. See that's pretty cool.
Pretty
Train
cool.
dragons. Yeah, they live in a small town called Burke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't there a set of Vikings that would teach you how to train Viking dragons?
Yeah.
Kind of ride on them, and they come in different sizes, shapes. Some had one head, two heads.
Well, I've got plenty more stuff to talk about if you got plenty more questions.
Got all kinds of questions, but there's also a point where if you have things that you want to discuss, you're welcome to. Like, this isn't just we're kind of going crazy. I think you're probably the one who's gotten the most questions so far, but this is just good signs for the new year.
I think that's a win.
The solid win. But if you got questions you want to ask, you're welcome to ask. If there's things that you want to talk about, you're welcome to do that as well.
Yes, actually, where'd you come up with that? How'd you come up with my little walk on? So for those who don't know, I have a walk on this I'm going to count this as Wag's question. Would you ask Nori question? Nori, I have a question for you. For those who don't know, Nori has this thing. Once you build up enough tech debts, you can apply those to custom walk on. It costs $100K. I made that and I spent it, and Nori came up with a custom walk on for me. And I did request for you to turn that up just a little bit, right?
I will. I'll increase your volume on that.
But the question is, how'd you come up with that? Where'd that come from?
That's actually kind of funny. So with that particular year walk on, and hang on, let me find it, because you're like, turn it up. So I'm going to go turn it up. Turn it up right now so I don't forget about it. There. We'll try that. Tell you what, if you want to mute yourself so you can unmute the stream, I will play your walk on so everybody can hear it. If you want. Okay, so here's Zoda's walk on. All right. Is that a little louder for you? I turned it up. I don't know
Yeah,
if that came out
yeah.
louder or not.
I don't think it did, but yeah, it was really good.
So beyond the fact that that you can obviously hear my voice in there, that is a snippet of a. So I went to YouTube and I punched in magic, and wizard, and I just kind of looked around and listened to a bunch of songs. That one actually came from a short snippet out of a much longer song talking about a wizard that was all about money, and if you wanted to have any kind of magic done, you had to pay for it, and oh, boo-hoo about taxes, and he had a horrible time with the government, and like it was this whole comical
Oh, God, I
comical
didn't even
bit.
think about that part of it, but yeah.
Yeah, so there's a much longer point to that, but I only wanted that front little bit on that because that front little bit was having hung out with you over the, I'm gonna say years, because we're now in 2024, and we've now been friends for at least a good solid 2 years, working on our third. Yeah. Like Mr. Magic Government. It just sounded like something that you would say. Like just that little intro bit right there. Like what? Magic? No, magic's not free. What do you? No. It sounded so much like you. And I had to I went and got a hold of Squirrel. I'm like, Squirrel, you've got to listen to just the first little bit. Don't listen to the whole thing. Just stop right about here and listen to this little bit right there. And tell me who that reminds you of. And even she listened to that first little bit. She's like, oh my God, that's Zoda. I have listened to you talk about things over time, and so yeah, that's I sifted through, I don't know, 50, 60 different videos, different music tracks, different whatever.
I really put the work on you, didn't I? My
No,
bad.
no. So I want to make certain if somebody pays and requests that walk on, they're absolutely getting their points worth on that. I mean, basically that is you admitting to the fact that you've just sat around and listened to me ramble on for God knows how many hours.
Hey,
So
we don't need to get into that now, okay? There was
so
well spent, I say.
if you're going to sit around and have that kind of points to spend to get something like that, then I feel that I should at least spend the same amount of time and energy that you put into collecting the points. So no, it's fine. Different people have different asks for walk on. Like Wars, when she got hers, she asked for a very specific walk on, so that's where Wars got hers from. And Makisha wanted a happy tune, and so that's where hers came from. It's just a happy tune. So everybody, I want to make certain that when people spend that much, that they get what they're asking for. And you were like, surprise me. Okay.
And boy, was I.
I thought I nailed the surprise.
So just to be clear, even you can have a personal walk on for a low price of 100,000 tech debts. That is a lot of hours. But yes, I did it. Other people have done it, and someday even you. Yes, you, Cat. You can do it too.
Let's see. Captain asks, favorite magic source, as in world, movie, or book?
Great question. Oh boy, great question. Let me take it to my current book I'm reading is, oh God, what am I reading?
I have no idea.
The magic source in the current book I'm reading, there's like a fissure in the middle of the world that's just like pouring magic into the land, and like major town is built upon this fissure because of the natural resource of ambient magic. And there are other wells of magic in the world, but the biggest one is like where the big capital is for the continent. That one's called Mother of Learning. That book, and I'm sure there is ley lines to deal with it as well. But there's like this huge giant. Think of every if you haven't seen what's that Thor's movie where they called the Devil's Anus, the big old
Oh,
fissure in the middle of the. Think of like that, but underground, and it's just pouring magic into the atmosphere. That's cool. Although I probably had to go back and say, uh, um, what I was mentioning before about like having the sigils imprinted on you by gods. Uh, that one is really neat, and that one's from the book called Sufficiently Advanced Magic, where sigils are imprinted on you after you complete a personal challenge, and your gods will bestow upon you a boon, and give you a sigil. Depending on the placement and the type of sigil, would be depending on would dictate what kind of magic you can produce. Sufficiently advanced magic, and it goes into great detail on how that stuff works. I recommend both books.
fascinating. I'll have to put those book names in the chat so anybody interested in
Yeah,
can catch it.
sufficiently advanced magic by Andrew Rowe, and Mother of Learning by, I don't even know who it's by, but I'm on a second book. Oh Lord. Uh, I don't even think that's a real name. There's no way it's a real name. Dama Goj Kormayak? Kromek? It probably is a real name. I probably just butchered somebody.
I don't know. I have no idea, my friend.
Emmeline Chloe asks, "What type of magic would make sparkles come off my body constantly?" It's a great question for a wizard, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of different types of magic that would be able to do that. There could be a magic salve you might be looking for, which is made by alchemy, and it could be a salve paste by grinding up some type of mythical snail body that emits a UV light essence that would make it shiny and sparkle. Or you can just use your simple light spell from like Dungeons and Dragons, for example, and you cast it upon yourself, and bam, you're shiny.
Shiny, shiny.
But I like the idea of like crushing up magical snails and smearing it all over someone to make them sparkle.
uh, that's fantastic. She also asks if you're Seth Rogen too, but you know, I get where you're coming from with that though, Emily, because you know he does have those very Seth Rogen-y qualities with the way he acts sometimes. Um, never kill magic snails. Well,
Well, if you want to make a body sparkle, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Oh Lord.
Squirrel asked if you could instantly be anywhere in the world for a month. No travel nonsense, no PTO nonsense. Any guest you wish to bring allowed. Where would you go?
Oh,
Hang on one
great.
second.
Yep.
Hi,
See
Frankie.
Frankie. Oh God.
I hear it. Can you hear it? There we go. All right. It's almost as bad as the terror troop. Anyways, so yes, if you could go anywhere, take anybody with you. Didn't have to worry about anything else.
Let's be non-realistic and let's be realistic.
Sure.
I got two answers.
I think you can answer that any way you want to. I mean, whether you want to be realistic or not.
I want to explore the Sahara Desert, and I absolutely will not do that realistically. But the idea of heading into Sahara Desert and exploring it without being bothered by the harsh environment and finding something cool out there sounds awesome. You never know what you're going to find, right?
No, you never know. You are absolutely correct. You never know what you're going to find.
But if I can go somewhere for a month and be happy with it, you know, recently I've been talking about it. Sweden sounds pretty nice.
Right?
Sweden sounds pretty nice.
The Swedes are doing something, all right.
They're doing something right. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah, you can go with it. It's fine. You can go with it. Shell, squirrel, come on. For a month.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's just go.
We'll just go crash in Wags' place. He won't mind, right? You know, just show up at the front door. Hey, Wags, we're here. Make room.
I don't think Wags would mind. Makisha, at first, she'd probably be nice about it, but
it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. It's just a few years to save up. Yeah, you and me both there, Squirrel. You and me both.
Same.
But it would still be fun to do. I would actually like to make personally, I think I want to make a European trip if I can. You know, take a month and beat around Europe. Just because for me, I want to go to Sweden. I want to say hi to Wags and Keisha and check out the area up there. It's supposed to be an amazing place to be. Then, you know, from there, it's a short hop over to UK. Go say hi to like Rez and Pirate Boy. A Moment's Your Time. There's a number of bodies over there in England. It'd just be fun just to show up, go to a pub over there, and just have a drink with a bunch of people. You know.
I 100% agree with that sentiment. I think it would be great, and I love how Nori. I love how you're like, yeah, I'd love to go to Europe and just do a Euro trip and meet all the people that I know. And it's like you always gravitate towards the people rather than think of the historical buildings there and the sites you want to go see and all that stuff. You're like, no, I want to go spend time.
No.
I want to go hang out with these guys. That's what I want to do.
That's what I want to do. I mean, if you're asking me what I want to do, I don't care about the historical. Yes, is Big Ben cool? Fine. I've seen it plenty of times in television. Would it be great to see a big old building up close and personal? No. It's a big old building. It's a big giant clock tower. Is there historical significance to it? Sure, fine, whatever. The London Bridge, is there historical significance? Sure, fine, whatever. I want to see the people. I want to talk face to face with the people that I know, meet some new people, experience the food, listen to people just yak on the side of the street.
Not yak on the street, but on the side of the street's fine.
Yeah, on the sidewalks, that sort of thing. Well, so all right.
Yak meaning talk to each other, not the other thing.
There are people that know this about me, right? I speak horrible Spanish. I speak horrible English. I speak horrible Japanese. Programming languages, I speak computer fluently. Anything else is just I'm terrible at languages, but I even speak really bad Swedish. But I like learning the languages because I like learning the language. You learn a lot about the culture and the people around it, and so it's a great way to learn about the people that exist in the world that we deal with, and just talking to people would be it's just fun. I mean, that's just me. That's what I like to do. If I'm asked, yes. Am I going to Europe? Yes. Am I going to Europe to see the sights? No. I'm going to Europe to meet the people. That's what I'm going to Europe for.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'll be yeah, definitely. That sounds like fun.
Let's see. If you were cursed to have flowers explode out of your clothes randomly or glitter come out of your hair randomly, which would you pick?
Flowers all day. Because they would smell awesome. Well, it depends on how it depends if it's like a sulfur smell, but it's like a flower bomb going off constantly. Like, dude, what is this guy doing? Right? It's just flowers being showered everywhere from me. That'd be great.
No, Zoda, I'm sorry, you missed the joke in that one. I would agree with you. Yes, I totally would agree with you. I've been like, yes, totally flowers because I'm a little thorny.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. Not sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I don't do this professionally. It's okay. So right, so plans to future, you've got Terraria you're looking at, you've got your master's degree you're working on. You're going to be really busy, my friend. Really busy.
Oh yes, I'm going to be busy. So far I'm going to be busy on Wednesday nights with my favorite people, Allosaurus, Dote Games, DM Cerberus, some occasional DM Cerberus pop in there. We're going to be doing some Baldur's Gate 3. And even more fun. That's tomorrow, by the way. Wednesday's tomorrow. And even more fun Thursday. On Thursday, more great people. I'm planning with Narhythm, that's you, and Shilinar, and whoever makes it. Lately, it's been Captain Cabinets stopping in. I know that someone who recently picked up a game and made like it is a curious bookworm. We're doing a little bit of Dwarves in Space. What's the name of the game again? Dwarves
Deep
in Space.
Rock Galactic.
That's it, Deep Rock Galactic. And then Saturday, a little bit of Valheim action, Roguelite with Swifty Squirrel. That one will be going on. I can for like 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. It won't go on for that long, but I can see us having a horrible death soon, and having to restart. Currently, we're exploring mountains. So it's very exciting.
Yes,
very exciting.
A Blue Potato Cat also is a gnome, a dwarf in space. by the
Oh,
way.
Blue Potato Cat's a gnome in space too. Oh my God, Blue Potato Cat. So we might have a cat stop by as well. That'd be great. And then Sunday, this Sunday, we're getting back into it this Sunday, right, Nori? We have another
Yes,
Boulder's
this
Gate
Sunday we
with
we sh-
the,
we should be returning to our Baldur's Gate series with.
now that's also a challenge run. So on Saturday, I run a challenge run with Squirrel roguelike challenge. If we die, we restart the world. Similarly, we're doing a TPK restart Boulder's Gate with the sexiest man on the internet, Brotherford,
Mhm.
DM Cerberus, No Rhythm, and myself. And we're on our fourth attempt, and
Third.
in third. Well, it's about to be fourth. We'll see.
Yeah, because we decided all to make evil characters for or really hard aligned characters, and so they're probably not going to get along well enough to survive very long. It is what it is. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, I did say Tabaxi Monk for my next character. I guess if playing by the rules here, maybe my DNR Boulder's Gate character will have to be a monk next.
Well, I was going to say I
That'd be
don't
fun.
think the Tabaxis are in Baldur's Gate.
No, but I'll make something fun. I'll do something fun with it because we are role playing that one. We are role playing that one. So.
Yes, we are, and I don't know. It's been comical to say the least bit. Some of the antics that we have gotten up to, though I will admit to being a little sad losing the last group.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing really. We had some really good memorable moments in that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the shoving the guy off the boat into the water, that was
beautiful. We could do it again. We'll do it again. No worries.
But
so yeah,
yes.
great plans, and they're all scheduled. What will definitely be a staple on my channel. Squirrel and I will stay strong as long as we can on Saturday mornings. It works well, and it won't interfere with much. And you'll typically get a 3 or 4 hour stream out of that, guaranteed, every Saturday. And then our Boulder's Gate is looking to stay strong as well because it's going to be a while before we get that one wrapped up.
If we can actually make it past the first act.
Oh yeah, that too.
But yeah, there is that, and that's been a wonderful series. We are absolutely looking forward to that. No, I was trying to make a point, and then we got sidetracked there, and I've now lost my point.
Future plans. Point being.
No, actually, that wasn't where I was going with that.
See, I thought I could introduce a couple of words to help you, but it's fine. It's fine. Stick to the plan, Nori. Stick to the plan.
Wait, we are sticking to the plan? Right. Okay, it's all Squirrel's fault. That's the plan.
Oh.
That's the way the plan works. Anytime that you stick to the plan, you blame Squirrel. That's the plan. What do you mean that's never been? That's always been the plan, Squirrel. Always.
Hey, I, for one, Squirrel, will never blame you. I appreciate our companion adventures that we go on. Oh, adventures. Keep going. I'm sure you got a list of questions. Yes.
Oh, right. That does spark the brain pan just a little bit. You are, my dear friend, are famous for a little thing we call a Zota adventure. And by the way, if you out there in viewerland have not seen and or heard of a Zota adventure, then you are sorely missing out. And poor Swifty, I think, is in a never-ending Zoda adventure right now.
It's been fun. So what is a Zota adventure? See, I did not come up with this term. I did not come up with this term. I was involved, but I did not come up with this term. So what, Nora? You tell me, Pertel, what is a Zota adventure?
No. You came up with the term Zoda adventure.
I did not come up with the term
You
Zota
did
adventure.
come up. You did.
No.
You did.
I will tell you how this comes up. I'll tell you how this got started. So from my perspective, I yes, Nori and I found each other. We were both playing the same Minecraft mod at the exact same time. And which mod was that again, Nori?
That was Valhelsia 3.
Valhelsia 3, yes. So I was in a server with another person, and the server admin wasn't doing anything to their server. So I was just hopping through different streams, and I fell upon Nori's stream. And he was doing a Valheim server as well, and it was just him and Shell at the time that really no one else to hop back into the server for a little while there. I think Atoa was in there at one point as well. Yeah. And I asked, he asked, Nori asked if I'd be interested in joining, and I did. And as soon as I got in there, I was super excited, and Shell and I were talking in Discord, and I said, Shell, let's go on an adventure. And of course, Shell got really excited about that because Nori didn't go on adventures as much as he liked building. Nori loves to build, or at least to make the mechanics work in a lot of those mechanic mods. So as soon as I got in there, I was like, no, we are going on an adventure right here, right now. And it didn't end well for Shell. She I didn't it was like a 3-hour escapade on retrieving items and getting bodies back. It didn't go well. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember very well. I the death loop.
It was a death loop, right? And then from then on, it was like, oh yeah, you definitely want to go adventuring with Zota. And then the next adventure I had, I don't remember who came with me next. They died horribly. And it was a death loop, an hour to get their stuff back. And then you created. What was the first server you did from? That was your first Den server, right?
Yes, the Valhelsia 3 was the very first Den server. That was the season 1 of the Digital Engineering SMP.
Oh yeah, instead of helping Shell to save her, yes, I did run off to go save myself. That is right. And this was Digital Engineering Network's season 1 Minecraft server. Season 2 opened up, and it became more popular. The idea of Zota Adventures, that I just went ahead and advertised it at that point. I was like, yeah, I'm selling Zota Adventures. Let's go. They're dangerous, fun, random places. Sure.
Yeah, dangerous is one way of putting it. So I was actually going to ask, since Zota Adventures are officially your thing, because we even advertised them on season 2 of Denmark. There's a clip somewhere around there where I'm like, do you like living on the edge of your seat? I specifically remember that, as I recall, Zai is the only person I think that went on a virgin Zota Adventure run and did not succumb to the standard Zota Adventure things.
There's actually been 2. So Zai was too good to dodge death in Valheim. His skills were really unknown at the time, and he surpassed most people who thought. And then there's one other person who scared me on how risky they were. So it ended up being more than a Zota adventure. It was Treebo. Treebo is who scared me. Uh, um, and Tree and I both said, you're going to see more of this. So the next Denmark server that will come about, if come about, Tree and I will be partnering up and going on adventures together. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think I had tears in my eyes listening to you panic, and then Tree's like, it's fine, and then Tree starts panicking, and you're like, it's fine, and like the trade off back and forth between you two, that was.
He's more risky than me.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It was hysterical. It was a good time. It was absolutely worth the trouble to watch. Something definitely to definitely catch up on. That aside, right? Good luck. Have fun with Legal Company, Brotherford. You do get into some like normalized. I'm going to say normalized. I guess it's not really normal. You do get into some adventures with the Terrified Troop. I know last time we got around, we were doing Devour for, what was that, 3-4 hours. We had Saphira with us. It was Brotherford. It was you. It was me. I think I almost went hoarse from that particular one. That spider lady. Holy cow.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh, that was just.
Safi says she wants to go back through it again. By the way,
yes, she's
planning. I don't know. You mentioned it, right? We need to go through and get you the extra items.
She wants cosmetics.
I want cosmetics. I want to look good too.
Okay, then I guess we get cosmetics. I'll tell you no. Want cosmetics? Okay, I guess we're getting cosmetics. All right, guys, buckle up. We're going for some cosmetics. Time to look pretty. No, do you normally gravitate to horror games? Do you enjoy horror games, or is that just something that you do because, enough of your friends, are you like peer pressured into it? I guess is.
Oh, I don't like horror games at all. I don't actually. It's funny. Funny thing about that. My IRL friends asked me, "Oh, why don't you watch horror movies? Why don't we like have a watch party with horror movies?" And I'd be like, "Oh, Cara doesn't like horror movies."
It's not Cara, is it?
No, no, it's not Cara. We don't watch horror movies. Cara doesn't like horror movies. Although it's true, Cara does not like horror movies. I don't like horror movies. I don't do good with jump scares.
No?
Nope.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so for me, that's the only way to get a reaction out of me is jump scare. I'm so used to having my adrenaline running really high that you really have to like jump and yell in my face before I'll react sometimes. Are scary as the monsters. The first time we did Devour, I don't even think you I think we're probably floating around in chat during that time when we did that. That was Brotherford, Katoa, myself, and Wags. No, Serb was there. Rutherford came in later. It was Serb at the start. And yeah, they got one of those really scary ones. And I think Wags went AFK and Serb's like crouched down just out of his eye line and waited for him to come back and then stood up, scared the crap out of Wags. It was pretty funny. Hey, I don't know what's worse, trolling, getting trolled by your friends or getting trolled by the game. What would you say is worse?
Uh, I was about to say friends. But I mean, we have yet to play a lobby of Among Us. That's something that I think would still go good. There are other games than Among Us itself, if you don't want to play Among Us, that are Among Us like, where you
Yeah,
have like the whole one person or two people are the traders, and the rest of them have to do a task to survive.
Duck
Uh,
Duck Goose
um,
comes to mind,
Duck Duck
or Goose Goose
Goose.
Goose Goose Duck. Excuse me, Goose Goose
Goose
Duck.
Goose Duck is another one. One of my favorite ones is oh boy, what's that called? No, there's a list. There's a list of them actually. There's
Oh yeah,
so many good ones, and I suggest we look into them at some point because some of those are can be real fun with this group. Uh, um, Being trolled by the community sounds great, and I think it'd be really fun being scared by your friends. Uh, um, so for that, I what's worse would be the game in that cause because you can laugh with your friends afterwards. The game you
right.
just have to hang your head in shame and say, "Well, I got scared by the game."
I will say I will go right out on the airwaves and say that I if you find me playing Among Us or Among Us like games, and there is a Sephira or a Salty Snacks in the lobby, and I have suddenly turned up dead in the first round, there's you should be throwing some shade their way.
Done. I message received. I will fight for you. I will fight for you. I will bring those imposters to justice. Oh my goodness.
I've done a few rounds of Among Us with them, and invariably, if I am dead in the first round, it's one of those two that's killed me.
Project Winter. That is a really good one. Really neat one.
Project Winter,
Project
never heard
Winter.
of it.
Yeah. Project Winter is a really fun one. That one, you got the whole party is out in the middle of cabin, out in the cabins, and they all have to work to escape the cabin before a winter comes through, and they can vote. They can vote out the imposters, or they can outright kill the imposters. Uh, they vote out the imposters, but they don't like it. Doesn't kill the imposters. It blocks them from going into the cabin, but the imposters can still survive out in the wilderness.
Hmm.
Interesting stuff, and sneak up on you and sabotage what you're doing, and it's a great one. Walkie talkies are involved too, so there's ways of communicating and talking, and that one also has chat proximity, which plays a big role into the game.
Interesting. Interesting.
Project Winter, recommended.
So there was one that we've tried several times to try and get enough people together to for was Unfortunate Spaceman.
Unfortunate Spaceman, that's a good one too. Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, that one hasn't worked out. That I've played a couple of rounds, but yeah, on the whole, it's just not one that gets picked up by too many people. Um,
I have all three. So whenever you're ready, Safi too. Just throwing that out there. I love them, and and good luck because boy, I can keep my story straight. I promise.
That's fantastic. Um, do you have a particular? Now we talked about Terraria, Minecraft, Valheim at this point. Do you have a particular preferred game style, genre? I'm not going to ask
It's
for a
so.
favorite game because that's such a loaded question.
Is it? What? How would that be a loaded question?
Because and we've had this question come up a couple of times in the past too, and that is, what is your favorite game? Well, for me, it's like, well, you have to pick a genre because platform, platform versus RPG versus VR versus, because yes, exactly, right? It's this world, like, how do you choose? There are a lot of good ones. So
Sure.
rather
If
than
you
a
have to go
specific
with,
game, let's go
yeah.
with like a genre or
See,
a style of gameplay.
that's also hard because if you have to go sheer hours, MMO.
But well, and that's a fair answer
Uh,
though. I
yeah,
mean,
if you have to go sheer hours, like I've got 7,000 hours in Final Fantasy 14 online, and that's not even including like the World of Warcraft hours I have. I've tried almost all of the MMOs, including a VR MMO for frick's sake. I've been all up and down the board with MMOs. I've played a lot of MMOs, and I've got a lot of hours into there. Uh, um, but we're talking about like which one do I enjoy the most? The ones I really, really like. The problem is some of these don't have a good like longevity on play value, so they don't really bring the hours into them. And
right.
that'd be roguelike games. Roguelike games, which is a particular genre
It is.
that I definitely enjoy. Risk of Rain being on there, which is a roguelike shooter, first person shooter. Uh, um, I really like the bullet hell games that are roguelike as well, uh, um, which could be uh,
No,
enter the gungeon, which is a little bit more harder that I don't really do a good job with, but I do enjoy playing it. And that's
now
a good roguelike.
I will say it's interesting to, because I don't think anybody's ever really stated one way or another. Oh, I like bullet hell games. That is not a topic piece that comes up. And I don't
I
know
like them.
why.
I'm just terrible at them.
Well, and that's fair. Really is fair. I like bullet hell games myself. Um, I just tend to avoid them because I suck at them.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. No, I tell you this. Games that I want to like and I want to have more hours in. Eco. I love the
uh,
idea of a society built game where you work together in a community and you build something awesome.
we
That
have
is cool.
see we have eco, and we have sat down to try and play eco so many times,
You can get in a
and
fight so fast with it though, with your
oh, it
community.
is so fast to get into a fight because it's called.
No. Oh, Don, what is this?
She got caked or pied.
Pied.
She got pied.
Cream pie to the face. $100 donation. There you go. Much better. Oh, wow, Don.
Hi, Morning Darkness.
Morning
Dawn.
darkness. Hello.
Dawn has been a regular repeat player on our Denmark servers, which has been absolutely fantastic.
A community-based game. No, community built. You're absolutely right. I think if you haven't tried Eco before, Eco really, you really have to depend on your neighbor on Eco. In fact, any rubbish left behind creates pollution, and pollution disrupts the whole world on that. So, like, everyone has to do their part to clean up their rubbish and dispose of it properly. And then each person has their own licensing on how to do things. So you have like one carpenter, one road builder, one farmer. And it's like, jeepers creepers. Now you're
And
waiting for that one person to log in to do their thing so you can progress. It's like,
but yeah, but and you're trying to get all that done inside of 30 days before the meteor drops on your head.
Oh, there too. Yeah, there's a meteor. There's a pending doom. Yes.
So
It's just
and
it's really hard to play with. It's really hard to play because you yourself and your community ends up being it creates dissonance. It's a fast game to create dissonance, but I want to like it. That's the problem.
well, and I struggle with the game just because there's not things that I like to do in these type of games, which is figure out how to take advantage of game mechanics and then make the game play itself for me. Yes. And we have played it without all the politics, and have been told many times that that is the wrong way to play that game.
See, even us, we can't even agree on how to play the game. That's how much of it. That's how difficult the game can be. But yes, it's one of the. It's eco. The idea of it, I absolutely love. And if I had to pick a genre of if there's a position for a game that says it's a love hate relationship, it would be eco for sure.
Interesting. No, that's totally fair.
What you laughing for?
I'm
God.
just
Is that the next
laughing.
question? Oh, I thought you were laughing about the next question. Oh my God!
So the next question is the next question is still the one from Captain Cabinets that's up there. Would you rather piss a puma or piss by a cute little kitten? I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. So at this particular point, I just haven't.
I think I answered it, didn't I, in chat? Yeah. How
I
about
don't
a
know.
cute puma kitten? A cute puma kitten would be the answer. If I can't, I don't have to respect the exercise. I'm not respecting that exercise.
Now, so right, so favorite genre game. That's fantastic. Oof. Yeah, we've had a ton of questions come through tonight. This has been a fury of questions. So immediate versus long-term goals, right? So long-term, you know, you want to get your degree done and over with, right? Do you have an immediate goal? Like if you could finish it tomorrow, you'd spend 100% of your time on doing it right now.
Yeah. Currently, Car and I live in Texas, Houston, and we would like to move back to Wisconsin. So the immediate goal would be, let's say I weren't bound to my education at this time, as my main focus. It'd be getting out of Dodge, going back up north and enjoying the nice, cool, quiet, collective air.
Fair. Totally fair. I've really been stuck on this one. I think we've been on this the whole time. It's all right. It's fine.
Back her up all the way. Restart from scratch. I think you need to go. I think your beginning looks okay there, but you need to go south to go north.
I'm thinking this guy right here is probably one of the cause, and I don't need to mess with them.
That's probably the last one you need to loop. Yep.
But then I can't see this one right over here to this one needs to be done a very specific way in order to get both of those. Otherwise, you leave yourself out of position. So maybe more like this, and then we can still come back and grab it like that. Anyways,
can you go south there, or go back a little bit and go south in that hug the wall there, and then go straight across to the other wire that you created, and shoot up behind that thing? No, it blacks out. Damn.
Yeah, because you hit this guy right here first.
Yeah.
So no. So all right. So plans for the future, you wanted to get up and move. Type of, well, we already know you like Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band because you listen to that. So you're a Beatles fan.
I'm a Beatles fan. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, any particular. I mean, don't get me wrong. Beatles had a lot of really fantastic music, but as far as music genre, do you have a particular preferred style of music genre?
90s alternative rock. That was an easy one for me. Rewind it 3 blocks. I think I got the solution there. Rewind it 3 blocks. And then go through your troubled one before going south. The one that go up 1 block. Yep. Go west. Oh, go south. Go back. Go back. Now go west. Go south. You can't.
You can't make a 90-degree turn, so that the cable follows you in an angle.
No!
And all three of
I
those are blacked out. So you can't.
I didn't realize all 3 of those were the blackout cubes. My bad.
Yeah. So until you light up the little one that turns on this light to get to this guy, you can't wrap around him. So
wow.
There's the rhyme and the reason. Like this one's blacked out, but there's a little line that goes all the way over to this cube all the way over here. So if I can light up that cube, I can get all the way over here and get that one.
There's no way.
So there is a way. I haven't figured it out yet. And I'm not really devoting a whole lot of brain power to this. I'm just kind of, just meandering around on it.
I'm sorry. We're off topic here. No,
it's fine. It's fine. Welcome in, Dawn. By the way, Dawn is on our upcoming Talk Tuesdays. Not this talk. So next week is Dak Croto on Talk Tuesday. But following Dak Croto, we have a Morning Darkness for a Talk Tuesday. So, that's going to be all kinds of interesting and fun. But today we are still talking to and with our dear friend Zota. So, and we've actually had record amount of questions for this particular Talk Tuesday. You, my friend, are a very popular individual. People have been asking you all kinds of magical, mystical questions. Had an entire slew barrage too at one point. Let's do this because I think I have run out of questions I wanted to ask. I have really just been enjoying just talking to you and listening to you to answer questions and just talk to other people. I mean, quite frankly, I just enjoy it.
It's funny apart, and I don't think everyone that's in chat understands how much we do enjoy talking to each other. Nori and I. We've been stream has been going on right now for 2.5 hours, but we were equally we jumped into the channel yesterday just to say hi to each other. We ended up on about a 3-hour rant, didn't we?
Oh my word, yes.
It was last night. Just last night we talked off stream for 3 hours and about today's stream, and it wasn't even about today's stream because today's stream is unscripted.
Well, all of these are unscripted. I don't, we don't control the flow of the questions. The questions just kind of come from everybody out there in chat who are asking them, which is fantastic. We encourage it. But a lot of this is just, now I know, like we were talking about things. And we'll go a little off topic here because we can, and I don't care. And like we're talking about things with like changes to the Discord and things that we would like to do there. We were talking about upcoming projects coming on. We were talking about season 3 of the Denmark server. Yes, that's right. Season 3 of Denmark.
Oh yeah,
Um,
season 3 Denmark.
which
Ooh.
I'm actually surprised as to how much interest there is still floating around for season 3 of Denmark. Uh, and it still kind of surprises me even now. And some of the names that I've heard bantered around, and I've actually been asked about season 3. Um, so I was a little shocked by that, but you know we have some fairly interested parties from like Jonathan Raymaker, and um, I know
Oh, one
there's
of the
a
Bell brothers.
yes, one of the Build brothers. Yep. I am a which I didn't even realize that he was even aware of what Denmark even was. Right.
Oh,
As
everyone knows
always,
about the ancient stories of the vegetable wars.
the vegetable wars were such a good time. Such a good time, though.
Season 1 Denmark, yeah. No, I'm equally excited with Shell. I think that Denmark season 3 is going to be a blast, and I think you have the right right idea to on how you what the focus of season 3 and how it's going to start. I think it's a really cool idea of how you're going to do it.
Squirrel, if it makes you feel any better, I still have my anti-turnip bans. The turnip be gone emotes are still floating around. I still have them.
Oh, are they?
You start spreading around that turnip propaganda again, and there will be turnip be gone.
Oh my goodness.
I I almost feel like we should have a resurgence of of the vegetable wars. Um, I really should sit down and finish up that food fight mod too. Lower your weapons.
Lower your weapons. And I'm a part of the turnip brigade. They're turnip troubadours. I'm
Yeah,
over there
turnip
with her.
troubadours. Yep. Which I think was more of a shock to a number of folks when you went and sided with the foul turnip people.
Whoa, well, hey now. The turnips were offering adventures. I wanted the adventures. Yeah, hello.
Hey, stay out. Welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, I think it would be interesting. I don't know necessarily that we need to do vegetable wars for season 3. I think season 3 would be interesting. I think it would be fun to see if we can get group forms again in season 3. But unlike season 2, I think I would rather see the group formations be a little bit more. Oh, thank you for the resub. I think I'd rather see. I think I'd like to go back to what we had in season 1, where the group formations were a little bit more organically formed. Yes, exactly, Squirrel.
Organic like vegetables. Like
I don't know if we
organic
necessarily need
vegetables.
to do vegetables. We could find another
We can be organically
realm.
farmed turnips. It's fine.
Just when you thought it was safe
Yes.
to go back.
There is. Oh, look at their Hawk Up Wars. Hello.
They come out of the woodwork, you know.
Oh yes. This is actually. Hey, this is me here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Interestingly enough, uh, Squirrel brought in something. Squirrel said, "I like seeing some of the larger groups and smaller ones, and I love the emphasis on shared resources. The first time around, I think it worked well. The first season, we had the Viking vending machine.
Oh yes, I remember
Who
building the
who
floors
came
for
who
that.
came up with that?
That was mine, actually.
Were you the one that named it?
Yes.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. I was trying to figure out who named Viking vending machine.
I did. It was funny. I started setting up the build and whatnot, and I was tossing the idea around, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah, I put a bunkhouse to it. I think it'd be a great idea that we bring back the vending machine, Nori.
the Viking vending machine was fun. It was
And I think we do 2.0, 2.0 or 3.0, if you will, Viking vending machine.
But
Interestingly enough, Denmark. Where did that name come from?
that was you. You say that as if you didn't already know the answer to that question.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you do, because you're the one who came up with it. You named Denmark.
That's right. That's right.
The name Denmark, it was a Zota phrasing.
We were in a channel together, Shell, and you got. I think y'all were tossing names around, and I take bragging rights to it, Wars. I do. Digital Injury Network. I was like, what it should it be? Digital Network Mork, obviously, because Denmark. Oh my gosh, Crow, hello.
Yes. Hi, Crow. Welcome in. Welcome in, our star for next week's Talk Tuesday. You'll have to find. Well, you'll find out more about him later. Yes, Mork means dark in Swedish.
I didn't even know that. But yes, Denmark season 3 it's going to be a blast, and I know that there's going to be more interest than you can even fathom, and I'm sure there's going to be more burnout than
Yeah,
because of the high interest. So that first island won't have any resources at all, but the second and third islands will be bountiful. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm imagining.
Well, and another thing too, I think by now, at least at this point, right? A lot of our players that would be playing for season 3 are, I want to say, a lot more experienced. And I know in the past we've put limits on when to kill bosses to avoid raids and whatnot. So I think this time we'll not put those limits up there. So people want to speed run through it, and you speed run through it. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the limit on bosses is because of raids coming in, but people are so quick to help one another. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Even if a raid comes up,
yeah,
it'll be fine. There would already be a core farm up somewhere.
Wars, to answer your question, season 3. So if I had to pick a date, I know the Ashlands update is coming out soon. What I would like to do is spin up a season 3 just before the Ashlands drop, so that people can be getting ready and be headed into it, so that when Ashlands does drop, then we just update the server and we're ready to start adventuring into Ashlands, which is kind of one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, let's not put limits on bosses. People are professional. We know how to get things done. We know how to help each other out. We know how to do things. And, if groups form, actually, I was thinking, so I wanted to see what the date was for the Ashlands release. I need to go look that up. I got to make a note about that. Go look that up. But basically, I wanted to see when it was going to hit, and then maybe start season 3 a month or two before that drops, so that people have time to get on there. Bosses have time to, people have time to down bosses. People can work their schedules in to account for extra playtime on that sort of thing. As well as allow time for, like, organic groups to form. Now, some people are going to decide I'm going to be solo, and they're going to take the solo path, and that's perfectly fine. But that we want to make certain we allow time for things to organically happen in there to lead up to the Ashlands release, and be ready for when. And I'm not doing the whole, well, we'll wait for them to hit public test branch and then it'll be a month before it comes out of public test branch, because the last time they did that, it was like, oh yeah, it'll be in public test branch, and then immediately it was right out the door. And I think that was when Mistlands dropped.
I think it's a lovely idea, man. I think you're going to have a couple of waves of people come in. I think at first you're going to have the people to join initially. It will die down. You'll still have people playing because there's people who will have nothing but
Well, and
admiration to play. And then when Ashland drops, we'll be able to provide content for the beginning of Ashlands, as well as enjoy it as we've been putting the hours into a full playthrough, which will bring in more people, so you'll get another wave of interest.
right. As far as, yeah, they did expect major map changes, but again, if you never venture down there to the Ashlands area, then the map is never generated. Then when the new update rolls out, that's when you go down into the Ashlands and you let the map get generated at that point. So as long as you say, hey, look, stay out of the don't go too far to the south or whatnot. And it's not like we can't see what the seed looks like. Because we can get the seed number for the map that we're on, and then we can go look and see what the world gets generated and what it looks like, and go, okay, so here's where the Ashland starts at right here. So don't go past this point.
And to add on to that, Swift, if it is something completely different, then we can always just like pick up and move to a new server, with the same people. You just have to be it. It'd be exciting because you'd be exploring the same things, and then if we wanted it to be fair, we'll work it out. I'm sure that we can rush through the bosses, because at that point, hopefully, everyone will already have beefed characters, and everyone's donned in their uh, black metal plus
Right.
equipment or gear. So transferring a character over to a newer server with a fresh server for Ashlands, if it's that much screwed up, wouldn't be that big of effect, you know.
But yeah, so again, these are all, so one of the things that I think we're going to try and do a little different with season 3, and I would like more, I'm gonna say this, I would like more investment from the players that are coming on board to play. So the group. So one of the things that I have plans on doing, and I've got to finish working out some details. But one of the things that I have planned on is setting up a channel specifically in the Discord, with the people that are going to be on there, and start having conversations around how season 3, what we're going to do in season 3. Let people start planning groups if they want to get groups. If they want to, hey, I want to go play with so and so this time around. Sure, go for it. Knock yourself out. Have fun. We're going to go this way, and then as a group of us, as a community, let's hash out season 3. So we can make season 3 really fantastic. But yeah, I think as long as we keep the stay out of the Ashlands area, then we should be fine for when they release the Ashlands content, and then we can just roll into it. But yeah, I would like to be into season 3 of Denmark at least a month or two prior to it releasing.
Yeah, exactly. And worse.
That's the problem there, morning, is I don't know what that's going to look like.
That's we're
Um,
talking about ideals at this point, right? If everything lined up and it was able to work, I think it's an awesome idea, and I hope to be able to be there to help you through it, sir. I'm
mhm.
looking forward to it.
I imagine it's going to be a good time, and I am excited for it.
I mean, if you're bringing carnitas, well, of course it would be a good time.
Carnitas. Sí.
Oh, that's something something another thing because I like to cook. I love cooking. What's your favorite dish, Nori? Do you have a favorite dish?
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
A favorite dish. To be honest with you, I think the thing that I enjoy eating the most, and used to eat it almost every day, if I could. There's a little Japanese restaurant down the road from us, and I used
That makes
to.
peanut butter jelly sandwiches. What?
Yeah.
No, no. God. I'm sorry. Go ahead. A little Japanese place down the road.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember what the name of the place is. Sakura's. I think that's right. I haven't been there in years, but we would go there for lunch every day, and you could go in there and order bento boxes. And so they would serve these little bento boxes with miso soup, uh, rice, and teriyaki beef or teriyaki chicken,
On
whichever
a
one
bed
you
of
want to do.
cabbage with
Um,
with fried vegetables and a
no,
wonton.
no, you had seaweed salad that got served with it.
Seaweed salad. Okay.
And that was what came in their little bento boxes, and I enjoyed it. I would go back there still and eat every day. It's
No, it's
the
funny you mentioned a bento box because that's what I do for work, mainly for lunch is a bento box. The little teriyaki chicken, miso soup, and that's why I asked I had it. But that's Sapuros is what I go to. Sapuros.
noise.
But yes, yeah, I hear you. I hear you on the bento box. My goodness.
Yep. So that's what that's what I enjoy eating. It's good stuff. We'll trade for onion soup.
I love to cook. I love to
uh,
bake. I love everything there is to doing that. So half the time we talk, I always have to like drop off and say, oh, I gotta go cook dinner. I love
yep.
cooking dinner. It's something I always love doing, and mainly the main dish I make it for dinner a lot around this house is fajitas. I make a lot of fajitas
Well,
and
fajitas are good.
carnitas. And my favorite dish though is chicken Alfredo, which is completely different. I know, but
No,
what
so
do you think?
okay,
I love a
so
chicken Alfredo.
I actually really enjoy a good chicken Alfredo. Occasionally we'll make a chicken Alfredo around the house here, but um, yeah, no, I absolutely love a good chicken Alfredo. So there you go. We'll trade for onion soup. Sorry, I'm just reading chat a little bit about that, and that's pretty good stuff. But yeah, as far as yeah, that's what I enjoy. I'll be honest with you, I do miss some of the cuisines that some of my uncles and my grandparents from Puerto Rico used to make. Just because it's what I grew up eating, and I still have vague memories of platanos and some yellow rice that they would cook and whatnot. My grandmother would make, but I mean beyond that, no. I actually have a more I prefer Japanese cuisines more than anything else.
Yeah,
Vibes.
and Thai. Oh God. Oh man. You get me in front of a pad Thai, I'd kill it. I'd kill it so fast. And Tom Kha, by the way, is my favorite Thai soup. Tom Kha. It's a coconut chicken well, tumcod chicken, if you will. Coconut soup. It's
Why,
so good.
why are we talking about food? Now we're just trying to make me hungry. Is that what you
Sorry,
said?
I was thinking about curry. See, morning
you're,
darkness is all about Thai curry. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah.
you must be getting
I'm
hungry
actually,
too. What?
I am getting hungry. And I'm going out for pho tomorrow. To be honest with you, I'm going out for pho tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I would love to say we have good Thai restaurants, but we don't. So
That's one of the benefits living in Houston. It's one of the things I'm going to miss once I move back to Wisconsin, because they don't know what Thai is. They don't know what pho is. If I had to be honest, and living in a larger place like Houston, I get a little bit of everything, where I can have my shawarma. Okay,
I don't know what pho is. Oh man,
I'm telling you, missing out.
wow. Shell asks, I guess, are you moving? Do you have plans of moving back to Wisconsin?
3 years time, Shell, is the goal. Doesn't mean we are. It's just the goal. First is education for right now. And then once I finish up my master's, or continue with my doctors, then we'll see. Then we'll see.
Then we'll see. All right. Well, I think, my friend, 3 hours is about as much as your time as I'm going to take up for this evening. This has been lovely.
Going. This is we're going for the after hours questions at this point. I know I can't keep you up that long. We both got work tomorrow.
We do. But now you've made me hungry. I wasn't hungry before we started this. I am now hungry. So now I'm gonna have to go raid the kitchen. Which probably means I will be cooking something. So, thank you. It's fine. It's fine. But yes, you've done a fairly good job of making me hungry. So it's now time to go find some food. But huge thank you, my dear friend, for starting us off with a bang and kicking off 2024 with a rock solid Talk Tuesday. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to come and hang out with us. Any final thoughts? Any final words you would like to say to your to the audience?
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us for the Talk Tuesdays. I think this is an awesome thing that Nori's put together. Gives a chance for a small streamer like myself to be able to come out here and get more word out there about each other and learn a little bit more of each one. Final thought there would be to take a look down below, look at the schedule, and try to make at least 3 others. I know everyone has things going on, but if you can stop by and check out three other people here, because he's got it out till like April, so the 3 others should be doable. And bring some questions to say hi to some of these streamers and get to know some of them. It's a real special thing that Nori's got going on. So thank you for letting me be a part of this.
I appreciate it. It's one of the many conversations I have been looking forward to having. So we're going to finish this off in the right way, right? So we're going to do the Twitch little follow. There's a heart up there. If it's not lit up, do take the time out to hit that button, drop a follow. Go watch this fantastic streamer. Go watch him harangue Swifty Squirrel on their Saturdays. Go watch him give a good time to Dode and Allosaurus. Come listen to him panic during our Deep Rock Galactics. The man has talents that you have not even seen, and you don't want to miss a single moment of them. Now, that aside, we will also do our little more standard one, just so that people can see some of the Zota fare that they're in that they're up for.
We named the dog Nori.
Yes, I know. Named the dog after me, and then the dog did exactly what I would have done, which was, blocked you from going to bed. You named the dog after a troll and got trolled in the process. It was fine. It's fine. It's fantastic. Is what I'm saying. You're missing out if you haven't gone and spent some time watching. Follow. If we were on YouTube, I'd be like, subscribe, turn on that bell for notifications. Seriously, go check them out. It's a good time. This is a good time. Thank you, Zoda. I am going to deafen here in the Discord, so I do the exit stuff and whatnot. But I absolutely appreciate your time this evening. I look forward to many more adventures in 2024 moving forward with you, my friend.
All those 2020. I've been writing 2023 this whole time. Everything. I went to a day's work and everything. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yes, I look forward to more streams in the future, sir.
Yes, absolutely. And with that, we are going to end it here. This has been fantastic. It's fun, but before we take off and disappear, no, we're not quite done yet. We are not quite done yet. Heads up. Next week on Talk Tuesday, you know him, you love him, you've seen him. He is the fantastic, absolutely fantastic Det Crodo, author of a book that I happen to have sitting right here on my desk. That's right, you heard me right. Author of Fate Market. If you haven't read it, you should go check it out. You can find it online. I am certain that Det Crodo will be happy to supply us with plenty of copies on how to go get it. You can ask him about writing, his authorship, his book. Absolutely. He's also a fabulous streamer. This most excellent gentleman from Australia is going to be here on Talk Tuesday next week. You don't want to miss a single upcoming moment of that. It is going to be a fantastic time. We are going to get the story from the man down under himself. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. And then, of course, big special thanks to our special guest tonight, which is Zotacus. And following on the heels, as if Talk Tuesday couldn't get any better after today, it still has so much more to go. We have Det Crodo next week, and then following Det Crodo, Morning Darkness herself will be on here. So January is just heating up. So if it's been cold for you before, it's going to get warmer coming through. So hang tight for that. But we are going to hit the end screen, and then we are going to go say hi to a fellow gentleman who's currently out there streaming right now. He is also on the schedule for a Talk Tuesday. That's right. I said it. It is going to be a good month. We are on track to have a fantastic month, and I do hope you guys continue to stick around and hang out. Big thank you to our subscribers and resub, Haley and Zotacus, brand new, and then a raid from Blue Potato Cat. Fantastic, loving every moment of it. You fantastic people, thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us on this Talk Tuesday with special guest Zotacus himself. And until next time, next week, again, Det Crodo, you don't want to miss out on it. I think maybe tomorrow there will be a Shale stream. She has been working very hard on her builds on Jonathan Raymaker's build server. She's building a big tower hang off side of the mountain. We're interested to see exactly where that goes to. But if not, there is still going to be plenty to see, as I think Morning Darkness should be streaming up later on this evening as well. So you don't miss out on any of that fantastic stream. And then, of course, Swift Squirrel has been doing some Horizon Zero Dawn. She played a little bit yesterday. If you missed any of that, definitely go grab the VOD and sit down and start watching. Guaranteed a good time. I promise. You don't want to miss out on a minute of it. But we are going to end our night going to visit the sexiest man on the interwebs. That's right. You know him. You love him. Dear friend of ours. He is the one, the only, the Brotherford. So stick around as we go and raid in on him. He's currently doing some Lethal Company. By the way, if you catch the sale stream, you can also help contribute to the Lethal Company game that she has agreed to play if we make the community challenge. So you don't want to miss out on that either. I think I've just about covered. Gremlins! Welcome in. Thank you for the visit. But yeah, so there we go. This is where we're heading. This is where we're going. The first raid message is for all you fantastic and wonderful, lovely subscribers. The second raid message is for all you fantastic, wonderful, and lovely followers. Whichever one it is, copy it, spam it, get ready. We are going to go say hi to the sexiest man on the interwebs, who we will be seeing in a very, very near future Talk Tuesday. And as always, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people I already know you are. And until next time, bye for now.